Welcome to the What's Cooking Show, everyone. I'm your host, Jason Hugay, from right here at Steamboat Warehouse in Washington, Louisiana.
And I'm Crystal Landry. I'll be his co-host for today, also from Steamboat.
So today we're going to have a very special show. It's going to be a little bit different than what we normally do. So today's show is going to be a tribute to Mr. Joey Quibido, who has been my co-host for 14, 15 years. And we just want to get the word out for those who haven't seen or heard that he passed away a couple of weeks ago. And the show will be a little bit different these days. Somebody that you really can't replace. No offense. But
It's true.
it's going to be a difficult show. So we're going to try to get through it the best we can. And today in his honor, we're going to be making one of his most famous recipes, in my opinion. So him and Miss Paula, his wife, have this catering business. And whenever you think of them and the catering business, one thing you think of first is his fettuccine, whether it's shrimp fettuccine or it's chicken and tasso fettuccine. And today we're going to be making his shrimp fettuccine, and I'm going to do my best to make it as good as he would. So we're going to take a stab at it. So I guess if we take a quick break, we'll get our stuff together and we'll start in the next segment.
Sure.
So join us back from What's Cooking.
Welcome back, everybody, to the What's Cooking Show.
So what we want to do now is just kind of like tell you some stories about Joey, because it's kind of crazy. Like last night, I'm attempting to make this dish because no one's going to make it as good as Joey.
No.
And I knew that ahead of time. So we tried it first, so that way I wouldn't make a fool out of myself today by doing it. So last night I'm cooking this recipe, and I'm like, okay, so this dish, no heavy cream in a cream sauce on pasta. And I'm like, something's missing. So I go ahead and put the recipe together and, make the dish. And then what ends up happening is I learned something new, which as a chef, you always learn something new every day. But that was my little teaching lesson, or I guess learning lesson for the day. So
He did buy whipping cream. He was doubting.
I did buy whipping cream just in case. Only because I have never made it before, and it came out excellent.
Yeah.
So a little bit under his, but it's my first try. So for a lot of y'all that don't know much about Joey, he basically had the same, experience and situation as I did when, as he was with Don's for 40 plus years, and he actually started like me as a busboy, cleaning tables, washing dishes, and basically whatever they ask you to do. And he basically worked his way up to the top, and to the point where the owners of Don's were asking him to take over the business. Isn't that, no? Okay, well, he worked his way up there, and he was basically in charge. He pretty much ran the whole thing, and he became family with the owners, Mr. Rocky and his wife, and so he's got a lot of experience. He had the catering business for a long time, and he was more than a friend to me. He was like a brother, best friend, and it was kind of hard to lose him. So I hope that today we can do him a little bit of justice today, and he will forever be on the show. And the show, I maybe shouldn't say this, but for me, it may not ever be the same. Not to say that the show will not be great, but being side by side with him all these years, it's going to be a little change, and just have to cope with that, I guess. So let me go ahead, and to start our dish, I'm gonna go ahead and put this fettuccine boiling first, okay? So you want to help me with this, because we're gonna have to do like Joey did.
Half of them.
Yeah, just get some.
Have to do like Joey did.
Yeah.
Break them in 3. He already gave us a run for our money. Trying to find all the ingredients. Yep.
Yes.
Well, boom,
So-
I can't break this.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
Well, you did better than I'm gonna do.
Oh, God.
So So we're breaking up in 3. We're also making a little mess, but that's all
Yeah.
right. Okay.
I'm gonna have to clean it anyway, so it's okay.
No, I cleaned this one, so if you clean this one, I'd have said maybe you would. Okay, a little butter, a little bit of salt. I'm just trying to get a little flavor. With the salt, the butter is really just to keep it from sticking together. If any of y'all out there have ever cooked fettuccine, this one tends to want to stick together and not really cook all the way through. So you got to put plenty enough, either oil, if you got vegetable oil, or if you have like some olive oil even. Do that, give it a good stir before it goes. It's gonna take a little minute or 2. So to start, we're gonna take a stick of butter, unsalted, which was not hard to find. The
Probably
fettuccine.
one of the only things.
So the fettuccine was the hardest thing to find. And first store I go to is Piggly Wiggly. Obviously, go to Piggly Wiggly. Every pasta I can find except the fettuccine. Anything you want. Okay, so I go to Cash Saver. Any kind of pasta you want except fettuccine. And I said, oh, okay, is this a sign? Like Joey don't want me to give out his recipe or anything like that? Is that the case? Right, and then it's thunderstorms today, so but we're not giving out his total recipe, so it's not a big deal, Joe. So then we go to a third store and absolutely no fettuccine. So I said, I'm pretty sure I know who has some. And sure enough, Miss Paula had some at the house because they stock up on fettuccine. So thank you, Miss Paula, for giving us the fettuccine. So, okay, we got our butter going. So Joey loved to use these seasoning blends, Guidry's. A lot of times he would do the show and he would use the Pick Sweet brand in the frozen section at Cash Saver. So we're gonna use something very close to what he would use. So we got our little 1 pound of Guidry's, and you can use about half of that. What I love about this, I tried this last night, and really, just once the onions and the vegetables started to cook down with the butter, it just smelled amazing, and I hadn't even done anything yet. So that's when I knew this is gonna be a good dish. So, all right, boo, keep that stirred so that way we don't stick on the bottom. You don't mind?
I don't mind.
Good thing.
That's what I'm here for.
Wish I heard that more. So we're just gonna let this go, cook down, 4 or 5 minutes, get translucent and all that good stuff like we normally do. Turn up the heat a little bit. So right here we have some 2630 shrimp, which is basically the size. And if Crystal wants to explain to us what that means, since I taught you the other night.
Don't put me on the spot.
So apparently you didn't learn. Okay.
So I did learn a little bit. All I know is that shrimp, I reference nursing because I'm a nurse. Shrimp is like a needle that you use in nursing.
This is great.
The smaller the number, the bigger the shrimp.
If you need help, just let me know.
I do need some help because I forgot.
So 2630 shrimp just means that in every pound, there's going to be between 26 and 30 shrimp in that pound.
Yes.
Also, if you have like a 70, 90 shrimp or something like that, it'll be the same thing. Every pound, there'll be between 70 and 90 shrimp. And that just lets you know how big or small the shrimp are. And
that's with shrimp, but it's not with fish.
Right.
I did take a little bit away from that lesson.
Okay, well, at least you learned. At least it tells me you listen sometimes. So, okay, so these shrimp are the size that we're looking for. If you're going to make like a stuffing or something like that where you don't want the shrimp really big, you're going to use the little smaller shrimp, which would be like a 150 to 200 count. So, today, you can't do a Joey Quibido show without spice. Specifically, Tony's more spice.
It always needs more spice.
Right, always, always. That was his famous motto.
Yep.
So we're going to use that today. Now, I'm not going to put as much as he would put because
when you think
I
you
wouldn't
have
be able to
enough, put some more.
Right.
That's what he would do. We're doing this for him.
That's it. So from now on, I'm not going to use anything on the show except Tony's more spice. when I'm cooking.
That's fair.
Yeah, very fair.
No, it's not allowed. Anybody who's cooking.
No, you're right. Okay. New rule. Y'all got that on camera.
Yeah.
So how's our pasta look?
It's coming out good. It's not sticking.
Okay, good. So as we said earlier, we went to Piggly Wiggly and Cash Saver yesterday. So we got all our Velveeta cheese, our Guidry's, pepper jack cheese that we'll tell you about later. Sour cream, which is one of the main ingredients, which is the part that I actually learned from him. I never really used that before. I might add some, but this recipe calls for strictly sour cream.
Sour cream.
And I have to admit, when I ate it, to me, it tastes better, gives it better flavor, consistency, and everything. And
Delicious. It was delicious.
I may never make a cream sauce again with cream, maybe sour cream.
Cream.
So we have our onions looking good. So I think what we're gonna do is take a quick little break, and then we'll come back and we'll pick up where we left off. How's that sound?
That sounds great. Join us back for more What's Cooking. Welcome back, everybody, to the What's Cooking show. Jason's here. He's going to finish teaching us how to make this fettuccine.
Yep.
Joey's famous fettuccine.
So we got our shrimp. We have 2 pounds of shrimp, fresh shrimp. Be seasoned with of course, our Tony's more spice. Not the Tony's bold. Tony's more spice. It's a whole lot different.
Once again, it always needs more spice.
Yes. So, as we spoke earlier, we got all these ingredients from the Piggly Wiggly and Cash Saver.
Cash Saver.
So, first we stopped at Piggly Wiggly, which is 8410 Highway 182 North. And Cash Saver, we got some of these items that I forgot about, actually. And that's 1305 Heather Drive. So one of the little secrets that he would do is put some of this Zatarain's crab ball, crawfish ball, shrimp ball, whatever, seafood ball. So as our shrimp saute, we're gonna put a little bit of that. And of course at home you can play with it and put as little or as much as you want.
It is concentrated, so
Yeah, so be
careful.
careful. And you also want to be careful of your seasoning. If you season too heavy with this, then it's gonna affect it. So how's our fettuccine looking?
our fettuccine is just about done.
Should be close.
We are close, yes.
Now look, can you just smell that? That's what I was smelling last night, and I'm like, this is just amazing. Like,
I wasn't even home and he was texting. It smells fabulous. Hurry up. I'm like, I'm coming.
this kind of gives it not just flavor, but a little aromatic thing going on right there. So what we're gonna do next is, let's let our shrimp go a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So this is a dish that Joey would make in very large amounts. And as Miss Paula told me, he would make like 6 hotel pans at a time.
And hit it right on the
Exactly,
money.
you know,
Exactly. No leftovers.
no leftovers, none of that. So like a science, over the years, he got it down to the T. Some of my other favorites that they had was his jambalaya, which was amazing.
And his brisket.
Brisket,
That was
yeah.
one of my favorites.
So we're gonna have to get that recipe from Dylan before he leaves,
Oh.
because we're gonna do that. We might do that on the next show. I don't know if I can nail it down. But
Joey would make this, Paul and Joey would make this fettuccine every year for our Christmas party, and our employees would
it's the first thing that would go.
hound us. They making the fettuccine this year, right? Making it.
And they would always make sure,
Yep.
you better get, what kind of dessert did you get from Miss Paul? I'm like, some years I was like, oh, I forgot about dessert. Oh, no.
They
Wedding
loved
cake, bread
her-
pudding.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
All of them, really, but I think that was one of the last ones we got, and they just loved it. So, if our pasta's done, it should be close, right?
I think it's ready.
If it is,
Yeah.
okay, this is what we're gonna do. Let's turn off our little handy dandy burner. All right. So we don't burn ourselves.
You want to try one out, or you trust
Nah.
me?
Well,
It's
that's
questionable.
that's a loaded question. If I trust you, but I'm gonna trust you today. How about it?
Thanks. All right, good. That's all we can ask for, a day at a time.
That's it. So our shrimp, obviously shrimp you don't want to overcook. So it
They're
just
looking
about
pretty good.
yeah. So we're gonna put these are 1.5 pound containers of sour cream. So we're gonna put 2. And this is where I was really amazed at how really well it came together without heavy cream. And I guess I was just over the years, I've been here 27 years, and it's always been cream, cream, cream. So we're gonna add this, and we're gonna come right back and finish the dish.
Okay, well, join us back for more What's Cooking. All right, welcome back, everybody, to the What's Cooking show. Jason has this fettuccine rolling, and it's looking delicious.
Just about done. So last thing I wanna do is put a little more,
Have to.
just because he would be upset. If I
What
did.
would Joey do?
Right. So pepper jack cheese to finish it off. I did put some Velveeta cheese. I put 1/2 pound. So Joey loved this pepper jack. I love
Just
the
put it
pepper
all.
jack. I don't want to overdo it. So we're gonna let that cheese melt. And so, Crystal, if you want to put dump all that pasta in here.
Dump it all in here.
Yeah, not the pot, just that.
You ready for it?
Dump it.
Oh.
Oh, okay. So really, what you do is all this just comes together.
You marry it.
Marry it.
Is that what they call that?
Oh, don't bring up marrying, nothing. It's not our show.
Hint, hint.
It's not our show. This is Joey's show. Talk about that on another show. How about
Joey would say the same thing.
that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically it. So we're gonna put some green onions, just a little color, and we're gonna plate some up. But before I do that, I'm gonna show you. I actually took some and put it in this beautiful Pyrex dish. Put it in the oven, and then I put pepper jack cheese shredded when it came out. So that's a nice little presentation there. So last night we found when we made this at home that after it sat a little bit, everything came together and it just kind of thickened up a little bit. So today we don't have that kind of time. So yeah, I don't think I need that. Let's see. So we're gonna plate this up real lightly. Get some of those nice, beautiful shrimp in there.
Looks good.
Does, huh? So I'm gonna put a little more pepper jack just to finish it off. I don't think Joey liked doing it all on top, but hey, pepper jack is for him today. So get some of them.
Everything's for
shrimp in
him
there.
today.
That's it. So there you have it. Joey's shrimp fettuccine, and I'm assuming that if you wanted to make his chicken and tasso, that you would just substitute, obviously, the shrimp for that.
Well, before we close out, I have a little surprise for everybody. We all know that Joey, he was one of a kind. Bear with me if I cry.
I can
He
say it if
loved-
you need to.
No, he loved food, obviously. He loved his friends. He loved Jason, loved the steamboat, but he loved his family most of all. So I have a little surprise for everyone and for Miss Paula. I'm gonna bring them all back here and just let y'all have a little glimpse of the whole family.
That's one thing Joey was big on is the family and
Yep.
especially them
Look, come see,
grandkids.
boo. Come in the front.
So we just felt that the
Yes.
only way to really can all fit in here, huh?
Oh yeah,
Can you
we
get
can
'em?
all fit. Come on.
So
It wouldn't be a tribute to Joey without everyone.
welcome to the fam.
You're
Yep.
absolutely right. And Joey was one of a kind.
Very much.
He loved his family. He loved this guy right here, and he loved being on this show. And
Yes, that was
when
one
we
of
would
his
be
things.
somewhere and somebody would come up to him and say, "Hey, I see you on TV." He lit up. It was just such an honor that people were recognizing him. So thank you to all his fans. He loved you all, and I hope y'all will keep watching the show even though he's not here, because he'll be with Jason and them in spirit.
Oh, yes.
Always.
It will not. This show will never be the same. But you know,
We're going to do our best to keep him
yeah,
alive.
Right. So Joey will always be on this show as long as I'm here. So
Yeah.
we're going to
You did him proud.
taste. Okay, well, y'all gonna have to taste it, and like I remember. Yeah, it smells amazing. But you know, so I've never made it before. I did try it last night, Tad, just so I can make sure that I don't look like a fool in here today. So and it came out great. I just want to know what, you know, y'all have eaten this so much before. Like maybe y'all could tell us if it actually.
I'm not a shrimp
comes
fan,
close.
so you know you can't count on
Right,
me.
right.
But I know all of these people back here can tell you, because they have had the fettuccine over the years.
Well, if that's the case,
Countless
I
times.
could have made the chicken and tasso.
Oh, but that's okay.
If I'd have known
Next
that.
time. Next time.
Well, so if I had some, well, I should have brought some silverware. But we're gonna go ahead and sign off right now, and we're going to all enjoy.
Have lunch with the family.
Right. It's like Thanksgiving over here today.
Surprise.
So
Surprise.
we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we thank y'all for watching, and we just hope that y'all can keep Joey in your hearts and his family in your prayers, and we'll catch y'all next time on the What's Cooking Show.
Come on, Wiley.
See? Push it as far as you can now. So look for us for dinner.
We want to thank everybody for watching the What's Cooking Show, and join us next week and see what kind of chef we got for y'all.